the nature.
Well, I have Maggie Cahill with me. It's always a pleasure to have her. She is such an upbeat person. I don't know where she must wake up in the morning, bouncing around the house. I don't know.
Oh, if people are laughing hearing you say that right now.
You mean the people that know you?
Yeah, people in the house with me. You know.
In your house.
But I do think it's important to be upbeat. So thank you. What else is there to do in this life if you can't smile a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Try
so
and keep
it's
a
really
positive
important.
attitude.
Yeah.
Last week we had the Russians on because of the Russian festival.
Yes.
And she said, well, the Russians wake up and they have this saying, and she said it, and it says, I wake up, today is going to be a bad day. We laughed. She was laughing. She says, it's an old Russian saying. It's going to be a bad day. But we don't have that attitude.
No, we don't. No.
And tell me about single girls. Why do they need a guide?
Well, this is a world premiere musical.
Wonderful.
And I am so excited about it. And it takes place in the mid-'60s.
Oh, my
and so,
And we've got photos.
Not that we can remember that, Ann.
No.
We do not
well, they
remember
say
that.
If we're in the
but they
60s
say that so many things were changing then, that this is about a girl named, a young woman named Emma Woodhouse.
And we're looking at pictures, so you tell us about
who decides that it's important to write a guide about the new woman. And that the rules are changing, and she wants to help young women maneuver in the world of love and romance in a new way. And so she wants to publish a guide in the newspaper. And of course her editor thinks she's nuts, and he says no. So she goes to another paper that is more willing to, put up with the idea of a new woman in society.
And they weren't really too crazy about that in the 50s or 60s.
No, well, things were happening. This is a wonderfly sparkly play that is.
I'm so looking for. I'm going to see it tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited! You're going to be there at
Yeah.
opening. Well, it's really based on the story of Emma from Jane Austen, who is about a terrible matchmaker. Because our Emma is a terrible matchmaker, and just because you love the idea of a new woman doesn't mean that you're really good at at fixing her up with the right guy, And so she's a disaster as a matchmaker, and it's also based on the life of Helen Gurley Brown, who we all remember wrote Sex and the Single Girl.
Well, she was an editor of Cosmopolitan.
She's the one who started Cosmo, and she's the one who said, "Hey, ladies, you can have it all." I'm not so sure about that, if we can really have it all. It's a little harder
for women to have it all.
I agree.
But
you can
we're
have
expected to.
You can have phases in which it all adds up to it all, maybe, But our Emma is weathering that new idea and singing about it, and with her, her office mates and the people that she meets along the way. It's very charming.
I read that they did a play reading of this in.
That
was their first.
We've been working on this with our composer and book writer for 2 years. They've been working on the project for 3 years. But Capital Rep has a partnership with Proctor's, and so we were able to work together to do a reading of this in New York City. Which we both theaters sponsored, and so that we could hear it. And when you do a reading of a musical, you do the words and the music. Mm-hmm. So that was almost 2 years ago, and from there the authors have done amazing rewrites, and the composer. It's really amazing to work with these guys, and the amount of rewriting they've done just since they've been at Capital Rep. But
there's
in the
always
last
a rewrite
2 years,
because you think it's going to work, and then when you do it,
it's not quite right.
Yeah.
So
and you're the artistic director, and she's director. I mean,
I'm not directing this one.
No, but you have directed a number of.
Of course,
and you are incredibly good.
Well, but I weigh in. My opinion weighs in, and these guys are really tough on themselves. This is Gordon Greenberg, who is the director and the book writer, and he has directed some of our biggest hits at Capital Rep. He was the creative force behind Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, the Neil Sedaka musical.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was
he did Song of Singapore. He did Jacques Brel is Alive and Well Living in Paris, and that went on to a year's run in New York. Mm-hmm. So now he brings us Single Girl's Guide, and we're very excited to have him back.
This is going to be really neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And your cast is local?
Oh my gosh, no, they're all New Yorkers.
Because last time you had Kevin Craig West on. It was kind of local.
He was in Race,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Now, Race, by the way, I'm going up at the end of the week to put Race into Northern Stage because it was a co-production with Northern Stage.
Wasn't that a great idea that you did? And you had to move the set.
Yes, so we had to move the set.
If you saw that set, it was like, oh.
Right. So the set is up there, the actors are up there, and I will join the actors on Thursday for their Friday opening up at Northern Stage.
Well, that's so exciting.
That's
for
exciting. But here, world premiere tonight, amazing cast. We don't have any.
We showed the pictures.
Yeah, we don't have any local people in this particular show, but they all are here and they love Albany. And Farrah Alvin, who plays Harriet, who is just a knockout in this. She plays the Emma's first victim as a matchmaker. And Farrah was here in our world premiere show that we did of Edges, the musical, and she's a real favorite, and she loves coming back, to Capital Rep. So that's always really fun.
And I'm sure that they like it because it's such an intimate theater, and you have a lot of kind of ways of getting the cast to meet people, and you do those little special things.
Well, tonight at all of our opening nights, but
and
tonight,
we're talking the 5th of March, in case you're watching.
Right. We will have a champagne toast with the cast afterward, and we have Wednesday evening conversations after the show with the cast and myself. And so it's a fun way to get to know people. You can ask questions about the show, the process, their careers, and all of the actors like to come out and talk with our audiences.
Yeah, and they're so appreciative. If the cast comes out, always let them know that you really enjoyed the show, because it really means a lot to them.
Yeah, before you say, there's just one little thing.
I would never do that.
But you could do that. I mean, we're talking about a new work.
Right into the director, but don't tell the cast member.
Well, you're right about that. Directors can handle that better. They're interested in what people think.
Critique.
And these guys, Tommy Newman and Gordon Greenberg, the creators of this show, are very interested in what people think, and they've been gathering information throughout our previews.
This is a premiere, though.
Yeah, this is a premiere.
So this is very important. This is one of the most important productions they'll ever do, because they're going to learn from this.
Exactly, and they're already making notes. They know what works. They're looking at what they don't think works quite as well. But this is a fully realized, eye-popping production, and I think people are surprised at how really effervescent the music and the story are.
So it's your chance to go out and see a show before it's hit everywhere else, and you can say, oh yeah, I already saw that.
Yeah, you can say, I was a part of that.
Yeah, I was there.
And it will be fun. And I'm absolutely convinced we are definitely going to see more of this.
Say, oh, I saw the first production.
Well, this has got a lot of interest in it. There's a lot of people who are coming to see it. A lot of other theaters have expressed interest. So this is our time for the Capital Region, to really, be get together.
Right?
Well,
and
we're excited.
Come on the show today. Oh,
well, notice the cast isn't here.
Yeah.
It's their opening night,
yeah,
so
that's all right.
But they are rehearsing.
Yeah.
So they rehearse until the last minute. The last minute they squeeze it in.
If you want to see a really fun musical over in Albany at Cap Rep, it's called Singles Girl Guide, and it's got to be get a bunch of the single girls to go together. Come as a group. Party on.
That's right, and you don't have to be
single.
Well, you don't have to be single. We were all single once,
we were.
And you don't have to be a certain age. This is a story about how, happiness really is found in your own backyard sometimes. And, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
And so it has a happy ending.
Good. We love happy endings. Well, sometimes a sad ending is also good, but we don't, not today.
No.
Not today. Maggie Mancinelli-Cahill is on. She's the artistic director for Cap Rep. She did not direct this show, but she has decorated.
I have decorated several rooms as well.
She's a decorator and a director. So anyway, Maggie, thanks for helping me get through this interview.
No problem.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break today, and I believe we're going to be looking at the circus. The circus is coming to Proctor's. Take a look at this video. Magnificent productions that we were able to see there. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Mental Health Day over in Albany. Find out how you can get involved, get your feet on the ground. Stay tuned.
Gertrude